In this video, I'm going to explain what a living dex is and what I'm going to do to complete one in Pokemon Home in each region of the Pokemon franchise. First, what is a living dex? A living dex is a complete Pokédex of every species of Pokemon that is available in the Pokemon franchise as of 2026. A living dex is not only registering every Pokemon in the Pokédex, but it is to have every species of Pokemon. For example, Charmander is the 4th Pokemon in the Pokédex, so for a living dex we must have Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard, not just Charmander. My goal is to obtain all the Pokemon that are possible. Let me break this down on how and what Pokemon are obtainable in the Kanto region if you want to try to accomplish this task. First, we are going to run through some unattainable Pokemon. Let's start with Mew. Mew is the 151st Pokemon and can only be obtained through certain events or using the Mew glitch and 8F, which is an exploit and something I won't include in this living dex. Then we have the starter Pokemon that you only get one of each, which removes the other 8 in that family or line in one save file. Next are the version exclusives for Pokemon Red and Blue, which each version has 11 of them. After the version exclusives, we have the trait evolutions, which is 4. Kadabra into Alakazam, Haunter into Gengar, Machoke into Machamp, and Graveler into Golem. Then we have in-game gifts. These are the Pokemon that you can only receive one of in a single save, which are Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and the fossil Pokemon that are Omnitite and Kabuto. Next, we have the evolutions, which you can only evolve Eevee once because he is a gift, which knocks out the other 3 for the living dex. Now, moving on to how I'm going to accomplish a living dex. I will start with the virtual console games that I have on my Nintendo 3DS, which are Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal. Then I will move to each generation of Pokemon games, catching the corresponding Pokemon in their region. Let me state that there are 2 ways that me as an individual can complete this task, which are 1. For the virtual console games, is I won't be using any famous glitches or exploits to obtain a non-single save Pokemon, which will make my total 135 out of 151. The second way to obtain the remainder of the Generation 1 Pokemon is to use some famous glitches and exploits, and I can cover those in a later video. I will be resetting my save file multiple times to receive Pokemon that I can only obtain in one playthrough. When I do this, the total number of Pokemon obtainable will increase from 135 to 146 out of 151. So in total, I have to reset my game 6 times to a point where I could deposit a specific Pokemon and transfer them to Pokemon Home. Note, for my playthroughs on Pokemon Red and Blue, every time I need to pass through Viridian Forest, I will be using the level 100 Nidoking glitch to make my adventure easier. There are more glitches and exploits that can help me obtain all 151 Pokemon in one save file, and I will cover those in some guides at a later time. Thanks for watching this Generation 1 recap, and join in all the socials which are linked down below, and make sure you check out some of the other videos, which I will show you how to obtain Mew and a level 100 Nidoking before the first gym. Thanks!